Alright, what's up y'all, LakerFan here. As y'all can see by the title of today's video, we're back with the classic. I do this video every single year. We're showcasing every attribute rating boosted by every takeover option that you choose. So, starting in the right corner, you can see we have Sharp, Glass, Playmaker, Lockdown, Slash, Rim, Shot, and then as you can see, we can't see the left corner, but that is Post right there. So, essentially what I'm going to do, I'm going to get all these guys with their takeover activated. We're going to show you all their ratings right here, starting from wherever they're at, and then show what they get boosted to. So I hope y'all enjoy the video. If you do, for to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all the good stuff, and let's try and get this 1 to 1k likes or 1.5k, whatever we can get it to. This video is going to have some good longevity. You might even be watching this somewhere in like December, January, February, something like that. But to everyone who's watching the video from day one or in the first week or something like that, I really do appreciate all the support. It's super important in terms of getting it into the recommended and having more people see this as much as possible. And especially in the early portion of the game where people might pick their takeover options based on what the ratings are that are boosting certain things. Or what's very convenient about it is the fact that when we get the Mama Mentality badge on next gen, you're gonna be able to change your takeover whenever you want. So if you're seeing this and you've already picked your takeover, it's not already over for you. You can still change this and kind of change your opinion based on the information I'm gonna give you right here. So one thing I want to note with this video, that red circle inside of the basketball icon above my player's head and all of the other players on the court's head, on offense that is, you can see they have a red circle that indicates how much takeover progress they have toward what their actual maximum is. So pretty much what I wanted to show you. Essentially, on your way to getting your takeover actually popped and legitimately on, you're still getting attributes boosted. Now, what's also interesting too is your takeover things that are related to your takeover. So if you have Playmaker takeover, you're gonna get more attributes boosted than if you have like something that isn't related to it. So say for instance, post fade on Playmaker takeovers only going up by 4 right now, whereas pass accuracy is going up by 6. So I'll explain how all the ratings and stuff work of what is like visually on the screen. A lot of you guys, you're just gonna have to trust me with what I tell you right here. Pretty much anything that ends in a 6 or a 1 right now is getting boosted, and that is what is pertaining to your takeover. Now I'm just gonna tell you some basic information right now because I'm not trying to overload you guys with all types of information that's gonna confuse you super bad. So pretty much what I want to get at here, you're getting takeover boost toward your attribute ratings even if you don't have takeover actually popped, and the things that are pertaining to your actual takeover. So for instance, with Playmaker takeover, I'm getting more boost to these ratings than I am say something that is like post fade or something, rather than the pass accuracy and ball handle boost that I'm getting. Now again, I don't want to overload you guys information. You're gonna be like, well, why the heck, how does 31 speed with ball and 56 ball handle tell me anything rather than 29 post fade? I will explain all this stuff eventually. I just want to not overload you guys with information right here because there are a couple things I screwed up in setting this up, but I'm going to be able to like get this information to you as straight as possible, and it's still going to be 100% accurate, and it's just going to take me explaining it a little bit better. Alright, so guys, this is me talking from the end of the video. I realized that all of this was very smooth except for the whole Playmaker takeover aspect of things. So just understand what I'm about to talk about right here with the play take is very confusing. Pretty much all it is, to sum it up very simply, the play take is very original and different in terms of how it boosts the teammates. So it was screwing up the slasher takeovers boost. I was giving them like literally a whole bunch of extra stuff because the Playmaker takeover guy has team ratings boost as one of his abilities pretty much. So long story short, it's very confusing, but after this little cloudy part of the video, it's very simple. It's as simple as this pretty much. If it ends in a 0, the attribute is being boosted by 5. If it ends in a 3 or a 1, the attribute is probably being boosted by 8. So anyway, I'm gonna leave you to the video and you'll just be able to understand everything after, just bear with me. You just gotta watch most of the video is pretty what I'm getting at. Alright, so as you guys can see, we got 4 takeovers popped right here. I'm starting with kind of the small. So we got the Slash, Sharp, Playmaker, and Shot Creator takeover, as well as I have somebody on cold right here. I'm going to show you what happens to your attributes when you're cold as well. So we're going to get straight into this. We're going to cycle through all of these builds, starting from Playmaker, and we'll just go from there. Alright, so unfortunately I took too long explaining that in that last little clip right there, and Sharp takeover went out. So there's a lot of complicated information to show you guys right now. I just want to explain to you that on next gen, I'm pretty positive in terms of my team and stuff like that, right? Because I'm bringing you this information from my player and like Park and stuff like that, right? But I want to explain. I'm pretty sure for the sake of my team that if you have Playmaker takeover, that means you have all 3 of the Playmaker takeover options combined in together, because I want to bring you this. So like I said, Sharp takeover guy, he just lost his takeover because I spent too long. However, he's still getting +4s in everything. And I'm pretty positive that's from the fact that Playmaker takeover is activated and he has team rating boost activated as well. So like I said, sharp takeover, his stuff went out. However, he's still getting +4s to everything because I had attributes at 25 and 50, etc., stuff like that. Again, I don't want to overload you guys with like 8 million things of information, but essentially to explain why certain attributes are at 50 and others are at 25, I had to at least allow this man to have sharp takeover. So I had to give him higher 3-pointer and mid-range than all his other stats. So I had to put that to 50 each, whereas I left everything else at 25 pretty much. And some things I might have screwed up, for instance, with say playmaker takeover. I accidentally didn't give him speed with ball because I kind of forgot to take that into account. So anyway, my point with all of this, I'm going to explain to you guys what ratings get boosted. You'll just go ahead and understand what I'm getting at with all of this, and I'll tell you how much they're actually being boosted by, etc., all types of stuff like that. So to start with the general outlook on everything, there is a primary and secondary rating set list with this. So pretty much, if it's in your primary, it's being boosted by 8. If it's in your secondary, it's being boosted by 5. Everything gets boosted by at least 5 when you are on takeover. So for instance, if you're a pure sharp, or you just have sharp takeover, I should just say, you're still getting +5 to your driving dunk. If you're a slasher, you're still getting +5 to your 3-pointer. It's as simple as that. Every single attribute rating is being boosted by at least 5. Now, you're going to see a couple of these that are ending in like 3s and stuff like that. So these ones are being boosted by 8. So I'm just going to go ahead and run through this and explain to you guys all the things that are being boosted for every position, and we're going to go with that. So pretty much it's all the outliers. If you see something that's not ending with like 30 or something like that, then it means it's being boosted by 8. So for playmaker, that will be driving layup, ball handle, and speed with ball. And unfortunately, again, I kind of screwed this up, but it's going from 25 to 33. So it's still being boosted by 8. Pass accuracy as well. And those are the only important things after that. After that, it's literally just pass IQ and pass vision. That's literally all you have after that. So again, anything ending in 30s and stuff like that, it's only being boosted by 5. Things like that are 25, they're just not even getting touched at all because 2K didn't factor that into the things being boosted by actually having takeover on. And again, anything that's ending in like 3s or 8s or anything like that is being boosted by 8. So to not confuse you guys so much, I'm going to have to redo this because like I said, Playmaker Takeover is activated right now and it's boosting everybody's attributes by 4 more even. So pretty much on things like driving dunk, it's literally being boosted by 12. So like this is not a normal thing for slash take. I want you guys to realize, like I said, they are only being boosted by 8s or 5s. It's as simple as that. If it's something that pertains to slash takeover, like driving layup or driving dunk, they're being boosted by 8. If it's something like 3-pointer, it's only being boosted by 5, but like I said, Playmaker Takeover is activated, so that means this is still being boosted by 9 because it's the +4 that you get for the team rating boost and then the +5 that you get for a non-related, or the second level, I should say. But anyway, I'm going to back out of this because like I said, this is mad confusing for you guys. You're probably just getting all types of confused when it comes to all this stuff. Again, I just want to explain. The reason I have to do this is because Playmaker Takeover is activated right here, and it's boosting everybody on the court's attribute ratings by 4. Alright, so now real quick, just to give you a quick glimpse because I don't even know how much time I have left on this. Shot takeover is activated in that right corner there, and no playmaker takeover or anything like that is still activated. So we're gonna go to shot creator takeover next. Again, as you can see, there are things that are being boosted by 8, aka this is going from 25 to 33. So anything that ends in a 3 or like a 1 or something like that is the things that are being boosted by 8. Anything that ends in a 0 is very simply put only being boosted by 5 because those are going from 25 to 30. So to give you guys a really simple rundown on shot take, it's not the greatest in terms of the attributes that are being boosted right here. It's only driving layup, mid-range, and ball handle. That's pretty much the only useful things that you even have that are being boosted right here. So as you can see, it's being boosted by 8 right here. It's going from 25 to 33. Same with driving layup. It's being boosted from 25 to 33, so that's 8. And then same with mid-range. It's being boosted from 50 to 58, so that's 8. Again, anything that ends in a 0 is being boosted from 25 to 30. Simple as that. So like I said, those are really the only 3 key attributes that are being boosted for Shot Creator Takeover. It's a pretty tragic one. Honestly, this is how it's always been. Sharp take, shot take really get screwed over in terms of how many attribute ratings are being boosted. And things like slasher and lock are just crazy, and we'll get to those pretty soon. So this is where, one last time, I really do want to stress to you guys, it's about as simple as this. Anything that ends in a 0 are the ones that are only being boosted by 5. Anything that ends in anything other than a 0 is probably being boosted by 8. So, with that, you can see the slash take. We have driving layup, driving dunk, standing dunk, close shot, all being boosted by 8. The slash take has always been crazy, bro. So again, none of the shooting stuff you're getting up, but you are getting draw foul. Everything pretty much gets shot IQ, FYI. And then you're also getting ball handle and speed with ball. And then on top of that, we're going to keep on going down. You're going to also get speed, acceleration, and strength, and vertical. It's just, the slash take is ridiculous in terms of the ratings that are boosted every single year. It's always like this, man. It's insane. By far, In terms of ratings, the best one in terms of boost. Alright, so now right here, as you can see, we got Sharp Take activated. After this, I'm going to show you guys all the big men ones and the lockdown takeover. So as you can see, we're going to go to lock, post, glass, and rim after this one. I will try and leave in the timestamps what build you might be looking for as well. If not, somebody usually always clutch in the comments and does that for me. I know this time of year in 2K is very busy for me, so it's kind of tough to, you know, do all types of editing, thumbnails, everything, do all this preparation for the video and stuff like that. So like I said, if you guys could drop a like, I really would appreciate it for bringing this video together. It takes a lot of time and preparation and just editing and all types of tedious stuff to bring this stuff together every year. All right, so anyway, first Sharp Take. It's really tragic, bro. You only get 2 things boosted. It's mid-range, 3-pointer. Now, Sharp Takeover is always going to be very good. I would not let this video sway you away from picking Sharp Takeover at all if you're someone who likes to shoot the ball, dribble, you know, get open, yada yada, all that stuff, right? Sharp Take's always going to be dominant, and regardless of it boosting a bunch of attributes, 3-pointer is definitely one of the most important ones in general, especially if you're a guard who's playing as an actual PG and like you are doing the shooting on your team and stuff like that, or you're even playing as a spot up. Sharp Take's still pretty valid for that too. So anyway, I would not let this sway you at all, but it's kind of funny because I think they even took free throw away from this. I think this once upon a time did boost free throw by 8, but now all it's boosting by 8 is mid-range and 3-pointer. To give you guys a quick look, I'll go ahead and show you everything just to prove this. Shot IQ is obviously something that every build gets at, you know, Takeover, so it is what it is. Again, certain things are at 25 because 2K is just not boosting them at all. Anything that's in the 30 is being boosted by 5. Simple as that. So like I said, for Sharp Take is literally just mid-range and 3-pointer. Kind of tragic, but it is what it is. Alright, so Lockdown is definitely the second best in terms of the ratings that get boosted. Arguably even the best if you're more of a defensive guy than an offensive guy in terms of this versus the slasher, right? But anyway, nothing on offense is really getting boosted at all. As you can see, everything is just chilling at 30. And then this is where you get to everything. So perimeter defense and steal, both being boosted by 8. You don't get block or anything like that or interior defense, just keep that in mind. Lockdown is everything to do with the perimeter, obviously, rather than the rim take with the interior. But anyway, you get lateral quickness, help defense IQ, pass perception, which, you know, doesn't really matter in terms of the my players and stuff like that. You don't get defensive consistency, which is kind of stupid, I guess, but again, probably doesn't really even matter that much in terms of your actual my player. And yeah, actually, never mind, I'm tripping. I don't even think consistency is an attribute in the my player. Anyway, you get speed, acceleration, and strength. You don't get vertical, however. So, in terms of the physicals, Slasher has just a slight nod up. It's not that big of a deal. Pick whatever takeover you want. I'm just doing this to show you guys the statistics that you knowledgeably are going to be knowing that you're getting boosted with this. Alright, so now we got post takeover. This one is very intriguing to me. It's also kind of stupid at the same time too. We'll just get straight into it. Long story short, you don't get standing dunk. You do get close shot, however. Obviously, you get the things like post hook, post fade, post control, etc., etc. Now, this is where things get really weird. Now, this has been a thing forever. Interior defense gets boosted by 8 with post takeover. Keep that in mind. It's been like this for literally 3 years now and has never changed. However, what's really weird about it too, you don't get any strength for post takeover. So that's very weird, interesting to me, that slash take and lock take both get strength, but post takeover doesn't. Alright, so now we got rim protector, we're gonna get to this one, then we'll go ahead and get to the glass takeover right after this. And then, like I said, we'll go to the cold after that one as well. Alright, so for rim takeover, interestingly enough, you get close shot boost, and then you don't get anything, obviously, to the rest of the stuff. You really don't get anything offensively besides close shot, and I really don't even think it should get close shot in the first place, if you ask me. But anyway, you get interior defense and block boosts. After that, it's about it, to be honest with you. You get help defense IQ, again, doesn't really matter for the sake of your my player. You don't get any physical boosts, so pretty much all you're getting off rim take is pretty much just block and interior D. Simple as that. Also, bro, this is how tragic it is to make this video every year, and this one is horrible. It is hard to get takeover this year. I'm not sure if it's because there's not as many badges in terms of actually like boosting your takeover or anything like that. Like, there's no more hot shot, there's no more heat seeker, etc., stuff like that. I do have special delivery on everybody so that I can get takeover a little bit quicker, but man, it is ridiculous how slow this stuff goes. Anyway, we got glass take right here. It'll be the last one that we show. This one's always usually pretty interesting. Again, you get close shot on this, and then obviously, you know, you have the rebounding and stuff like that. O board and D board both being boosted by 8. That's a given. That's like the most obvious thing you could ever cook up. Now, in comparison to the rim takeover and post takeover and all types of stuff like that, glass takeover is actually going to get strength and vertical boost in comparison to the other two that don't get that. Very interesting. I'm not sitting here saying glass takeover is better than rim just because of that, but all things considered, I do think glass takeover would probably just be better than rim overall. Alright, so I put RimTake on cold. Their guy went off cold, so I couldn't use them as an example anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and use RimTake as the example. So, unfortunately, I didn't account for the fact that I have 25 everything on these guys except for the ratings that I actually boosted. Long story short, it was like this last year. I'm sure it's like this for this year as well. Every rating is being dropped by 7. Simple as that. Across the whole board, it's always dropped by 7. That's what it was last year. And just based on what I'm seeing right here with the whole interior defense and block both going down from 50 to 43, that should be exactly the same thing in this game. So, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. Like I said, man, if we can try this one to 1K or at least 1.5K likes, something like that over the course of the whole year, I'd really appreciate that. This video usually does pretty well, and again, it definitely is more mainstream thing where this is a very searchable video. It's something that definitely is shareable with friends and stuff like that, and it's something that is now relevant into the future of the 2K season rather than when you're just making your initial build, because of the fact that we have the Mama Mentality badge and we can actually like change our takeover through the course of the year. Maybe you study them a little bit, see which ones would actually put you over to certain attribute thresholds and stuff like that. So anyway, if y'all made it to the end of the video, put take in the comments to show your support to me all the way through. And other than that, man, like I said, if you can drop a like to show the support for this video, I'd really appreciate it. Other than that, take it easy, man. Peace.